So I've noticed a very interesting trend in terms of Shiba Inu that we have not talked about yet. Now, the good news about this trend is that this is something that will allow Shiba Inu to reach escape velocity and hit some new zip codes in terms of price. But we do need to see some positivity to make this move happen. But what I will say is that I'm expecting quite a bit of volatility over the next 72 hours, and we're going to dive into why that is. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So the good news about Shib is that there is still a lot of excitement. We keep seeing Shiba Inu wanting to break out, wanting to break out, wanting to break out. We obviously had the breakout back here on March 24th. We saw Shiba Inu breach this 20-day moving average, and then we obviously saw the tariff news once again freak everybody out. Shib price drop back below here. But yesterday we did in fact have a test at this trend. And what's really helping Shib a lot here is when ETH again gets a little bit of excitement up its rear and starts making some of these 4.5% daily candles. Shiba Inu starts to do very similar movements. It wants to go on significant runs to the upside. The market wants so badly to be bullish and start making these aggressive moves. We just need the overall sentiment in the market to be sustainable so we can continue making these movements to the upside. Now, what I will say in terms of Shib is we're obviously down on the day. Most of the market is, there's very few assets right now that are actually green. And a lot of what you're seeing across the market is just slight anticipation of what today's announcements could be. Again, like I talked about yesterday, I think today is a big nothing burger. If we're going to see volatility in terms of price moves to the downside, it's just people, again, acting irrationally, overreacting. And what I will say is that right now, what we have set up is some potential liquidations one way or the other in terms of price. Okay. Bitcoin, a lot of short interest above these current prices, actually not too far away from where we're at currently, but there's also a lot of long interest to the downside. All right. So short interest, long interest. Probably going to see some volatility as the day goes on. Ethereum, same thing. Short interest up here, long interest, a heavy amount of long interest. There's a lot of people betting long on Ethereum right now because it's in such discounted levels. It's not surprising at all. But remember, today we have the tariff announcements. What those are going to be is the big question. Tomorrow we have potentially retaliatory tariffs from other countries throughout the world. That is what I think is going to be the big surprise day, like I talked about in my ADA video yesterday. And what we also have coming on Friday then is a jobs report on top of that. So we have back to back days where we could see a lot of volatility. That's why I'm saying I'm expecting volatility over the next 72 hours. Now, what I noticed was very interesting for Shiba Inu is we keep reaching this point of balance. And what I mean by that is this is a comfortable price range in terms of Shiba Inu. Basically, 4.0127 down to about 4.012. What we continue to see here is the wave going up and down in terms of open interest for Shib. Okay, you guys can see that happening down here. It rises, it falls, it rises, it falls. And it's all based on where price is at. And what we keep seeing is, right now we've returned back to this point of balance in terms of Shib open interest, meaning that we have almost even keel short and long interest for Shib. But what keeps happening is as Shib starts to make some of these movements up into these ranges, we see short interest actually going on the rise. All right, I have a good memory. I keep watching this taking place. So what they're trying to do is every time Shib's making one of these moves, specifically past our 20-day moving average, they try to beat Shib down with short interest. Now, it's been working as of late because we haven't had an overall sentiment shift in the crypto market. We haven't had the complete bullishness take over the market to cause us to start running yet. We almost did back here, right? And we saw what happened in terms of Shiba Inu price. Basically from this breach on our 20-day moving average all the way up to our peak here, that was a 20% move for Shib. All right. Then unfortunately we got hit with some, negative news that pulled the crypto market down along with it. But what we're seeing is Shib has reached its floor of conviction. Okay. That's a great sign. What we're seeing now is it's reacting a little bit better to good news in the crypto market. So I think that there's going to be a point where the shorts get caught when this shift does take place. Okay. And what I mean by that is we're going to see some liquidations to the upside. We're going to see a little bit of a short squeeze take place. Now, this isn't to guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. And understand that this would be a broader market move because what we're seeing is, very consistently at thresholds just above here for BTC, for Ethereum, for other assets in the space. It's right about where that short leverage sits and it's high concentrations of it. So we could see this be kind of an acceleration for Shib and other assets across space to set higher local highs. Hopefully that makes sense for people. Hopefully I didn't dive too in depth into that. But what we're talking about potentially happening for Shiba Inu then is a breach above 4016. Okay. Now, again, this isn't a guarantee. That would be a new local high in terms of SHIB, and that would almost be confirming our reversal entirely, right? Talk about higher high, higher low, higher high, probably a higher low then too. So this could in fact be that movement getting underway. But understand, I'm not saying that that's going to happen today. All right, don't get my words twisted. Don't think I'm saying that SHIB's going to have a 100% candle today. It's something that frankly is possible. All right. But I think that right now we're just dealing with a little bit too loud of noise in the space. And what we need to see is that noise quiet down just a little bit, just enough to let the bulls take back control once again. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. When do you think this boom is going to happen? We have the potential for obviously April to be a very good month. And we'll see if we can start to right the ship here in 2025. Quarter two, hopefully, is that first green quarter we have seen since last year. So appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Show your love below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.